Hey, it's Glenn, and I'm about to take a road trip in in my dying car from Dallas to Fredericksburg for my uncle's funeral. And oh my goodness, I am emotional. It's like you have the normal I'm going to my uncle's funeral kind of emotions, but then it's like also, will I actually make it? Will the car make it? Am I going to have a complete nervous breakdown? Which I've been on the verge of for a bit. Yeah, so yeah, I don't have anything to wear. I don't know what's going on, honestly, and I'm just stressed out. So anyway, we're about to embark on this journey and see if we can make it. And then on Sunday, because his funeral's tomorrow, I took the day off work today, and it's been brutal because the other guy in my department has been gone for basically 2 weeks, and he's got another week still, so I've been by myself getting all the things done. So I haven't had time to really prepare for this funeral. And I've been asked to say things, but I haven't had time to get my thoughts together, write them down, or even, figure out what the specifics of the service are. So I don't know. I have a lot to do if I make it to the hotel. Yeah, so anyway, funeral's tomorrow, and then the next day we get to see if I make it there, we get to see if I can make it back. And my car, I think will be fine. I'm going to get some oil, which is obscenely expensive, but I'm not bitter. Then I recently put oil in. I'm just going to have more because normally it's a 4.5 hour drive, right? And I can't drive 4.5 hours straight in this car. So I'll probably be making frequent stops. Anyway, that's where we're at. And I'll touch base in a minute or so. Like, to you, it'll be instantaneous. And here's an issue I've got to fix before I get on the road. I fixed this the other day, and it popped right back out. Here's my face so that you know time has passed. I fixed it, looks better. It's not perfect, but the front of my car should stay on while I drive. There's a dinosaur. Got oil, trash bags, and ginger beer. Now I'm ready for the trip. And I just stopped by Target and bought some pants. And yeah, I know Target is not our friend these days, but they're the only people who ever carry pants in my weird size that people tell me doesn't exist. But I always find it here. But I bought it I got 2 pairs of pants. One that's the weird size that generally fits me, and the other that's a little bigger because given the state of things, I don't know if my normal size will still fit me, because the pants I have on now I accidentally got too big because I wasn't wearing my glasses. I'm wearing fat boy pants that are very much too big for me. But all my other pants got holes in them or are shorts, and it's cold. It's cold in Dallas today. It was cold yesterday. Weather's been really weird. Anyway, I think that's all the prep shopping I need to do, so I am gonna hit the road. Yep, this is what most of Texas looks like. Land and dinosaurs. So, I don't know if it's coming across on camera that I'm in a somber-ish mood. I mean, I guess that should go without saying considering the circumstances of my road trip. But, I mean, I'm also like, I've had frustrations, like, whenever I do a public speaking thing, I always used to, you know, like at Andrew's wedding, that was in my vlog. And that's, you know, my Kindle died immediately thereafter. And I usually send such things to my Kindle to read off of it. So I finally ordered a new Kindle for this thing. And it showed up, and I was doing all the setup stuff, and everything worked until it got to put in your account info, like, you know, your name, your password. And I did that, and then it told me, oh, this is not connected to any Amazon account. This stuff that you typed in, not connected to a single account. So I was like, did I change my password and I don't remember? So I logged out of the apps on my phone, logged back in, everything works. I was able to log into my Amazon account on my laptop. It worked. But the Kindle said, no, that's not an account, you're lying. And then I looked at the list of devices on Amazon on my laptop, and it lists this Kindle as having just been registered. So the registration worked, but the Kindle wouldn't acknowledge that it had been registered, nor that my account was valid. So I couldn't actually use it. And then I finally, you know, I went through all the troubleshooting that was anywhere online. None of it addressed the problem I was having. But I did everything, turned it off, turned it on, factory reset, unregistered it, and then re-registered it. Nothing worked. So I was gonna return it. And well, first I tried to, like, there was a place on Amazon, or no, there was a place on the Kindle, you know, for customer support and it listed a phone number. I called it. I get Verizon telling me that's not a working number. Then I found a place for customer support chat with a person on Amazon. So I opened that up and I got a note, oh, something went wrong. Sorry, this doesn't work. So then I'm just like, whatever, I'm going to return it. Because it doesn't work. And there's no way apparently for me to get it to work. There's no way for me to get customer support. So I went through all the stuff to return it and then, finished writing in here's what's wrong with it, why I'm returning it, all that. And then the next button didn't work. So I can't even return it. I can't even set up a return. I was frustrated. And then a couple days later, yesterday, I got 3 days ago, I ordered, 2 days ago, I ordered another Kindle, thinking I will figure out how to return that one after this weekend. And, yesterday I got the new Kindle in, and same exact problem. Doesn't acknowledge that my account exists, will not work. Finally, did manage to get, I don't remember how, because it wasn't the same number. Oh no, I found a place on Amazon to get them to call me. That's what it was, and so they did immediately. And they just went down the checklist of the troubleshooting I'd already tried and were unable to help me. And all they could do was acknowledge that this doesn't make any sense. Because if your password works on everything else and your username works on everything else, it should work on this Kindle. And they didn't know what to tell me, but they gave me a thing to return it. And I kept telling them I had two. I kept telling them the whole story, but they still only gave me enough to return. Well, they gave me the links and everything to return one of them. So I still have to deal with returning the other one next week. Well, both of them, because I don't have anywhere to print stuff. I didn't have time for that. But I have 7 days. So when I get back to Dallas, I'll drop that one in the mail, and I have 30 days allegedly from when I got it to return the first one. But anyway, I'm very frustrated because not only do I not have anything written yet for whatever public speaking I may or may not be doing tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm going to, because I don't have a printer. I don't know how I'm going to have it in front of me to read. Because generally doing it on the Surface, there's a glare because it's an outside event. And my phone is too tiny, I don't know. So I have these frustrations. And then, another thing. Ember has this growth on her nose, and Nick took her to the vet yesterday, and the vet thinks it's a tumor, but that it's what he thinks is that it's this common kind of tumor that comes and goes, that it's common in dogs under 3, which Ember is under 3 years old, and that it's benign and that it'll go away within a month. But if it doesn't go away within a month, and if it keeps getting bigger, then they'll have to do a biopsy. So that's just kind of it's most likely fine, but there's still that horrific worry, you know. But boy, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. But it's raining. I need to check the weather. I don't know what the weather in Fredericksburg is going to be tomorrow. I don't know how outdoor this thing will wind up being if it's still raining, but you know, it's a little under 24 hours away. We'll see what happens. Anyway.
In half a mile, turn right onto 2nd Street, East 2nd Street.
Alright. Anyway, I guess I better get back to paying attention to what I'm doing. Well, I made it here. The car made it here. To the Wine Country Inn in Fredericksburg. So, my sister has the key to my room, because she's the one who booked them. So I'm just waiting for her to get here, and then I can go in and take a nap and a shower and make myself presentable. Because man, I'm tired. I'm always a zombie by Friday. Like, there were parts of that drive when I was just swerving, like nodding off. It's just hard to get enough sleep during the week. Anyway, so waiting on my sister, and that's where I'm at. Alright, so I did make it to Fredericksburg, and all is well. I'm just now getting ready, about to head over to my aunt's house for the service. Okay, so I'm back from the memorial service, and it was really nice. It was really a positive experience. I didn't videotape any of it because, you know, it just feels weird to me, like, exploiting things for my YouTube channel. And I mean, I could have filmed stuff with cousins and such after the service, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I was more just in the moment. So, and that's my, I think, weakness as a vlogger, is that I'm bad at vlogging the moments. I'm still working on that, but I don't feel like it was the wrong call this time. This time it was really more important to catch up with people without them feeling like they're being put on YouTube. So, I don't know, but it weirds me out how, like, that's Uncle Ronnie was the last of that entire generation of my mom's side of the family. Like, there were 6 kids and they're all gone now. And it's weird because, you know, like, I almost had a nervous breakdown last night writing my part of the service, which was just kind of the greeting, the welcoming, and the opening prayer, and the commendation at the end. And, you know, the welcoming part was the most emotionally intense part to write, really, because, you know, I went into memories about Uncle Ronnie, like, and I have a lot, man. Like that guy's always been in my life, even when he's not. It's like he's still a presence, he's still impacting my life indirectly, even like just when he was talking to my mom or she'd go to visit him, like I'm not there but I still hear all about it, you know. And now they're both gone. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how many people, like if I go through an old photo book, just how many people in a photograph from my childhood are dead. It's really, I don't know, it's like just something I'm kind of mentally processing. So like, yeah, and you know, Uncle Ronnie, you know, like some of the things I remembered, like we had a family trip to Colorado with my parents and Uncle Ronnie and Aunt Sandy and their kids, my cousins, and like when I was a kid, and it was a really great trip. And you know, one of the things from that trip was Uncle Ronnie showed me how to play pool, because we were just farting around like the kids. We were just farting around with a pool table, but he came down and showed me, here's how you hold a pool cue, you know, all of that. And it's still, you know, a lesson that I use to this day when I'm in a bar looking for something to do. Which is weirdly often for someone who doesn't drink, but it's such is life. You know, and he was all about music. He taught guitar for years and years and years. He was always in a band or, you know, doing gigs. Like he and his brother used to do gigs together, and you know, one of his brothers, and my Uncle Dick. And like I know he gave lessons to some famous lady, but I can't think of her name right now, so clearly she's not the sort of famous lady who I follow. But I mean, it's right on the tip of my brain. I can't remember, but you know, he lived a long and storied life. He got in a lot of fights. He and bragged about them. He, you know, he loved to sing. He had a quirky sense of humor. He was this fully realized and alive human being. And that's always weird to me about death. It's always the hardest thing to wrap my brain around, how someone was so alive and now they're gone. They're gone. But not up here and not here, you know. It's true, we carry people with us when they pass away. But you know, and like Einstein, I always go back to what Einstein, you know, I paraphrase, I don't have the exact quote just right in my head, but you know, just talking about time and how the past still exists, like the past and the future both exist. We're experiencing the present, and like some friend of theirs had passed away, Albert Einstein and his wife was distraught, and he was just like, why are you sad, or why are you crying? He's just over that hill. You know, he still exists, like all those moments. You know, according to at least one theory about the nature of time, Uncle Ronnie is still alive during the 83 years that he lived. Those 83 years still exist. But in my current, you know, the part of our space-time addresses that lined up, I've moved past it. You know, my space-time address moves on past where his space-time address ended. But he's still there. You know, it's a nice way of looking at it, I guess. It doesn't require an afterlife. But, you know, I also think that there's more than we generally can see. You know, like, I've had some crazy experiences that I've talked about here and there, either on this channel or on my podcast channel. It's like, I think there's more to life than merely the physical. I think our consciousness goes on. You know, I think all the relatives who have passed on, probably having a big dinner at my grandparents tonight, you know, but, you know, regardless of all of that, you know, we do still carry people with us, the things they taught us, the things they gifted us, the experiences we shared with them become a part of us, you know, become a part of the whole of us, you know, experiences we've shared with other people, you know, the parts of their personalities that resonate with us, even the parts that scar us, like we carry it with us, it becomes part of us. So, I am pondering tonight all of the gifts that I received from the life of this other person. You know, all of the good, all of the laughter, all of the love, all of the things that have added to me. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around the reality, the physical reality of his absence from this world moving forward. His physical absence, as I say, because yeah, everyone who knew him carries him forward. And then we will affect people's lives who will carry us forward someday, and some of those things that they carry forward from us are things that we carried forward from someone else to begin with. It's just really cool if you think about it like that. All the different ways that we are potentially immortal, be it through the laws of physics, or a spiritual afterlife, or simply passing on who we are, and that being the sum total of all of the people we have known and been directly affected by, or indirectly even, you know? It's cool to think about in the midst of grief, just how we do go on. And, you know, I'm just sitting with my gratitude for all of the positive places where our lives crossed over, where we overlapped, where our stories dovetailed. I'm grateful to have had him for my uncle and for my godfather, you know, like, it's and it's weird, man, it's weird when people die. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog for this episode there. And tomorrow I'll be heading home. My car made it here in one piece, still functioning. I'm gonna put some more oil in it tomorrow. I have to fix the front of it again, it's popped back out. And then make the journey back to Dallas. So hopefully all goes well. But I'm gonna vlog about that too. Like, I have an idea for the next vlog episode, so that's part of why I'm wrapping it up here, because I specifically want to start a new episode tomorrow. So that's what I'll do. In the meantime, if you are so kind and so inclined, please do leave an interaction of some sort to help me with the almighty algorithm. A like, Subscribe, share, comment. I haven't been able to reply to comments as often as I would like recently, given current living situation, but I do appreciate all of the comments I get when I get them, and I try to respond when I have a moment to do so. And if you want to check out my writing, my short fiction, you can go, hopefully, maybe, possibly, if I have fixed it by the time this video goes up, go to my author website, glensladeclarkjr.com. You can check out my new novel, The Thing in the Attic, an Anderson Brothers paranormal investigation that just came out in March. Yeah, and that's it. I'm done selling myself for the moment. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to y'all next time.